What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Not for Debate. As you can see, got my guys, Banks and Shake is here. Havoc should be showing up momentarily, and hopefully we will have a special guest showing up sometime in the near future. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast. Speak of the devil, here goes Havoc right here. Havoc is in the house. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to also No Passes Given,
Appreciate that.
Havoc's personal channel. What's going on with you guys?
Doing good. How you doing, guys? How y'all
What's
fellas
up,
doing?
T-Half-O? Fins up, baby. Fins up.
Y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, shit, we can hear you, Havoc. We can definitely
great.
hear you.
Great, perfect. I'm doing
Thanks,
good. How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. Banks, you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm doing good. How about y'all, boy?
All good, man.
Can't complain.
All right.
Very
Special guest is in the house. Greg, or is that what you want us to call you?
Yeah, that's fun. That's good. Yeah.
What's going on, man?
What's up, brothers? How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
What's happening?
What's up, man? What's up, Banks?
Appreciate you coming through.
Somebody's got like an echo in the background.
A little bit of feedback.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I think Banks is having some technical difficulties over there.
I can hear you now. It's not. What's up? So someone did you call me, sir? Because I was sipping as well. Is there anything you need from me?
No, you're good for right now. I'll get to you. I will get to you in a second. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and give Greg, our special guest, the limelight here because, Greg, you're an Eagles fan, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it must feel good to finally get yourselves a meaningful win. Well, a team win, I should say, for the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFC East is looking a little.
It's horrible. It's terrible. Everybody's trash. Yeah.
Thank you. No, at least he admits it. You know what I mean?
Somebody got audio. See if you can turn your audio down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me. Hold on. Give me a second.
It's an echo.
Sound better?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
we're good. So
Perfect.
I wanted to go ahead and just ask you who would you prefer as your starting quarterback or just off break? Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz?
I think that the Carson Wentz experience is done. It's been 2 years. He can't stay healthy. He's inconsistent. I go with Jalen. Give him a chance.
So you going with Jalen, just give him a chance. Is that just based off of his performance against the New Orleans Saints, or did you just that fed up with Carson Wentz where you just have no faith in him at all?
I'm just done with Carson Wentz.
You over Carson Wentz. The Carson Wentz experiment is over.
Yeah, it's over.
Man, y'all can't release him though. Y'all can't even move off of him.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's true.
You're gonna have to suck up.
Somebody. I'm telling you, man. If somebody wants him, they'll take the chance.
Hey, you know they say a sucker's born every day, but Bill O'Brien's out the league. So who's going to trade for him?
Where would he go? Where would be a good fit?
I could see the Atlanta Falcons moving on him if somebody wants to absorb Mike Ryan's. If you think his contract is unmovable, if you ever met Ryan,
hey,
you want to shed some light on that?
Hey, the Jets might be in the market for a quarterback, so
That's true.
That might be a landing spot.
They might have a first pick in the draft, so they will.
They will.
Suck up that Carson Wentz contract.
No, they won't.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Nope.
I could tell you the perfect place for him, and that's in the Indianapolis Colts, where he had his MVP under Frank Reich. Frank Reich would know how to use him. That's the thing, is a lot of these players, a lot of these teams, they don't get offensive coordinators that tailor their quarterback, and that's what happens.
Or maybe the Raiders. I think the Raiders will probably be a hot spot too, just for the.
They're locked into Derek Carr, though. I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Gruden likes Derek Carr for some reason.
Oh, he loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is an understatement. He's in love with Derek Carr.
That's not what he said at first. Derek Carr grew on him.
Yeah, well, you look at that. You look at that dead cap. He's going to grow on you.
Oh yeah.
What about the Rams? No, you wouldn't switch out.
I wanted the Rams to draft him. I don't know if you guys. I know DeVore probably recalls that, but I actually wanted the Rams because you guys remember Jared Goff and Carson Wentz were in the same draft. I actually wanted the Rams to draft Carson Wentz, but unfortunately we gave up like 8,000 first round picks, something like that. And so we made a move on Goff. Goff has looked good lately. Yeah. Well, we'll talk. I guess we may have a spot for my Rams later. Maybe. I don't want to brag, but
what about the Colts?
We said the Colts.
Yeah,
the Colts.
Yeah, Shake said Colts.
Oh, Shake said the Colts. I was gonna say that is a good idea considering the fact Phillip Rivers, he got like 2, maybe 3 more seasons left.
Or what if a team like the Vikings?
What's wrong? Kirk Cousins just signed a contract extension.
Yeah, he did. They stuck with him.
This last offseason, he signed a contract extension.
He signed his third $100 million contract. Godly
boy.
Kirk Cousins, MVP at the bank.
Hey, he's playing fairly decent the last couple of games though.
He's played fairly decent his whole career, but
you can't blame him for his Washington. Well, back then the Washington Redskins performance because they didn't provide him with any weapons on that team. But as far as the Vikings are concerned, just hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook and let Kirk Cousins let it rip when necessary.
I mean, that's the game plan. I mean, Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, but he's also like the highest paid quarterback for. Anyways, enough about Kirk Cousins.
I get you. For his talent, he's getting paid too much.
Honestly, a landing spot. I'm talking about just for the future for Carson. Maybe Tampa Bay. How many more seasons does Tom Brady have in the tank? Clearly, he's still playing good, but he's clearly in decline.
I think that might be Shake.
So, I say Carson. Maybe
Tampa
Bay.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you got background noise though, Shake.
Really? What kind of noise?
I think I had like a TV or something, maybe.
How about now? How's that sound?
Perfect.
That's better.
Sorry about that. I had cramps.
Nah, you good, bro.
Cramps.
All right, Lamar Jackson.
Interesting. Cramps. Was it really cramps or he had to go to the bathroom? Let me
man.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You won the game.
That's true.
He ain't going to the playoffs. I'll tell you that right now.
Y'all better gold plate that toilet.
I think they might get the 6th spot. I don't see them missing it. I don't have faith in Cleveland or Miami.
I think Cleveland gets it.
Think so?
I don't think the Dolphins get it.
You just gonna sit back and disrespect the Dolphins like that?
Nobody got no damn respect for the Dolphins, man.
You got 3 Miami Dolphins fans sitting in this podcast right now. That's what you gonna do right out the bat.
It's okay.
Hold on.
Since
when did the Miami Dolphins have walk around and just get respect, bro? What the hell are you talking about?
A few weeks ago, bro. What are you talking about?
But all seriousness, they're playing well. They're playing very well.
A few weeks ago, we got our respect.
When we put our foots on the daggone Rams' throats, that's when we got respect.
I want to play out again so bad, bro. Oh my gosh,
I do too.
Play out again so bad.
So when we beat y'all again, we have no.
Yeah, we actually saying the same thing. We saying the same thing. We'd love to see the Rams again.
Like that is like a bye week if we ended up having to play them in the Super Bowl.
Fact.
Did you guys know by grade the best cornerback in the NFL is Bryce Callahan?
I didn't see no
the best cornerback in the NFL
either. I didn't see no
Bryce
Jalen Ramsey. There was no Jalen Ramsey in there.
What's understood don't need to be explained, bro.
Bryce Callahan is the best cornerback in the league. Is that
he's got the best cornerback grade.
Wait. By grade. Is this like a PFF thing?
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
Man.
Havoc, I feel the exact same way about Pro Football Focus. I don't like a lot of their statistics, but if we want to sit back and play this Banks game with Bryce Callahan, okay. But at least Xavier Howard is in the top 5. I didn't see no Jalen Ramsey.
Xavier Howard's going to get double-digit interceptions this year.
Unfortunately, they count penalties against you, so you're not going to see Jalen Ramsey. If Jalen Ramsey has a couple pass interference penalties, they count that against you. But if it wasn't for that, I mean, I'm sure Jalen Ramsey would be in there for sure.
What you mean? Okay, so I already tweeted you out on Twitter about, are you going to go ahead and put Xavier Howard on top of Jalen Ramsey, or are you still riding this Jalen Ramsey train after this Kansas City Chiefs game?
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this again. This season, I don't have no hate on Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard is the best cornerback.
That's not the question. That is not the question.
The best cornerback in the NFL.
Okay.
Period.
Thank you.
Is Jalen Ramsey.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to keep saying that, bro.
Hey,
You
everybody
can't
has their
just go
opinion.
off 1 or 2 years. Where was this discussion of
his
Xavier
whole
Howard this year
career.
and last year?
His whole career.
We weren't talking about him being in the mix of being the best corner. Don't do that.
Yes, we were.
Jalen Ramsey has been in the talk since he's got in the league.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a
Xavier,
statement.
but
That's a
before
true
Xavier
statement.
Howard got injured, Xavier Howard's name was in that conversation.
He was
When?
quiet last year. Ramsey was quiet last year. So
2018 when he got paid.
How was he quiet when he came in and he got traded from the
And
Jaguars?
it was,
got traded to
it was
the Rams
quiet
and
when he was talking that bleep.
only had one
How?
interception.
How did that
Only
happen
one
when
interception last year.
In the very first game in the Rams uniform, he shut down Julio Jones. How?
He's talented.
I don't see Xavier Howard shut down the Julio Jones. I don't see
Hey.
that happening.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Shake and
It's called
Havoc.
matchup.
And Greg, if
What
you
receivers are
watch
in
this
the
game,
AFC?
if you watch that Kansas City Chiefs game, I don't think when Xavier Howard was checking Tyreek Hill, he didn't catch not one ball.
That's a lie. He got smoked on the 4th down. He
That-
gave up the game winning damn.
That's because Travis Kelce.
No, he
checked him.
didn't.
That
Bro,
was
did you see that play?
Fangulum
that was a
gave
homie
up
Clayton
the pick.
Fedulum. He
Thank
came in
you.
for 7
Yeah.
plays and gave up 2
Yeah.
touchdowns.
You
on 7 plays.
you gotta check to look at the field when you're watching for it.
I am watching it, bro. Did you guys see that 4th and 1?
He talking about the
Xavier
4th and
Howard
1.
is in a white safety named Fedulum.
No, we're talking about the 4th and 1 play.
Yeah, the chip that Travis Kelce had on
The
Xavier
chip.
Howard.
Oh,
No,
okay.
No, he was
Yeah.
late.
It was a chip.
He was late.
Bruh.
Did you see the breakdown of the Chiefs game when they showed them with like 4 holding penalties on one play and they didn't call a single one?
Hold on 1 second. Let me just do this really quick. Greg, you seem to be the only rational person in here. Since you're our guest, let me just ask you, sir. This is asking for your take. Who do you think? What are you thinking about this cornerback controversy? What are your thoughts, bro? Share it with us.
I think Jalen has more longevity. Like he's done it for longer, obviously. I like Jalen.
That sounds like a
I'm not saying you're wrong.
To be completely
How
honest.
the hell is that? Oh boy! Hey, listen, Greg. Let me tell you one thing about this guy that's up there to your top left. All right. Let me tell you something about this guy. I've known him for well over maybe 4 or 5 years now, DeVore.
Yeah.
When his mind is set up, excuse my language, some shit, it's never changing, bro. He's one of the most stubborn people I ever met in my life. That guy over there, let me point at, is delusional, bro. That guy's delusional.
You said delusional. I'm not delusional. You're delusional. You can't ignore how many interceptions does Xavier Howard have right now?
Oh
10?
Nine.
my god,
9. He got 9
nine,
interceptions right now, and then he's gonna sit back and be like, "It's still Jalen Ramsey." And you just brought up the PFF grade. Jalen Ramsey is nowhere to be found.
For the first time in his career, he's probably not on that list. Great.
It ain't the first time.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
when he was,
sure.
when
I'm
he
sure
was-
this is his first time.
when he
I'm
was
sure.
bumping them gums in that interview about saying which quarterback was trash and which quarterback was dumpster juice, he was nowhere to be found that year either. So I don't want to hear that.
Have you ever heard of a show called the NFL's Top 100?
It don't matter.
No.
It don't
This
matter.
is a vote. This is a vote by professional NFL players and their peers.
Uh-huh.
Who
Is Carson
they
Wentz in the
vote-
top 100?
I don't think so. Who
don't
they
think so.
vote as the top players, the top 100 players in the league. I have yet. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to make sure I'm accurate when I say this. But I believe that I'm accurate. I have yet to see Xavier Howard crack that list.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
we-
he has
can we get
several
it?
times.
You sure?
Yes,
all right,
several times.
Okay, since it's several times, later on in the show, can we find out what his rank was throughout the years as to how?
Can I elaborate on that real fast?
Go ahead.
Actually, I'm actually gonna check.
So
like
in the
a
year
new stat
2019, Xavier Howard was number 55.
Okay,
On
so
the
but
top
that's the
100
highest.
players in the
That's the
NFL.
highest he's been, right?
That's what I've seen so far. I gotta keep digging.
Let's look at Jalen Ramsey. Do we have Jalen Ramsey's number?
I just want to get. I need to get this off my chest.
Oh, I
because
can't.
feel
I
like-
can't type in that information. I can only look up Xavier Howard.
I feel like the top 100 is also a popularity contest along with the
100%.
Pro Bowl.
I don't
How,
consider
bro?
them the
When it's
two.
voted
No, I
by
don't
your-
think so.
Let me
Okay.
let me
Can I say
elaborate.
something?
Let me elaborate.
Okay, go ahead.
Greg, I'm gonna let you have. I've had you had a spotlight in a second, but let
All
me
right.
elaborate. So, how do you put Landon Collins? I believe this is 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Landon Collins, Tyrann Mathieu, and Harrison Smith above Rashad Jones, where Rashad Jones had way better numbers than them.
Because Rashad Jones is not, bro. Why are we still talking about Rashad Jones 6 years later?
Then why
are we still
you
talking
bring
about
up why you bring up Derrick Rose when it's not even relevant?
Because Derrick Rose is an all-time great. Even with the injury, he's an all-time great. He's the youngest MVP to ever win the MVP trophy. Ever. What has Rashad Jones ever won?
I'm just saying numbers don't lie.
Exactly.
Good point.
Oh
It's
my
not
God.
the top 100 winners, it's the top 100 players. So
I think the difference
I
is
wanna
the
make a
Pro
point.
go ahead,
Bowl.
Greg.
The Pro Bowl is usually media coaches. I think the players choose the top 100, so that's why I value that
the
more.
Players,
The players choose the top
pick the
100.
top 100. They
Yes,
don't-
yeah.
It's not the media. It's the players. It's players.
So I get what you're saying, but I think that the top 100 is, for me, is more value than the Pro Bowl.
Hell yeah,
100%.
because divorce. No, excuse me. With respect, I'm gonna say this because divorced son gets to go in there 6 times and vote for the same player. That's Pro Bowl voting. Top 100 voting is okay. I'm a professional NFL athlete. I've seen this guy dominate the game. I like his game. I'm gonna put him in my top. They have a list that they supply every player that's voted.
Well, everybody in here.
Okay.
Look at them top 100 players and see how many of those players were on losing teams.
It doesn't matter. They balling. That's the kind of list you want.
It makes a big difference. It makes a big difference.
God, bro.
Look it up. Google
There's
it
only
up.
32 teams in the league. I mean, they
32
have to
teams.
choose.
Exactly. 32 teams. 32
How
teams.
does that make? Why does that matter? Why does that matter when Aaron Donald has been in the top 3, top 5 every year, and the Rams?
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
Have y'all been winning?
We
Not
went something, not
recently.
often. Like we have the last year.
Weren't y'all just in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
What's this guy talking about? It's the Super Bowl.
Thank you for the acknowledgement, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Thank you.
He's like, look at how they do the Rams. Y'all were just at the Super Bowl. What do you mean how they do y'all?
Well, I mean, it's not like we're in the Super Bowl every fucking year. I mean, we might say we're going, but we're not there.
Man, you out here talking to Dolphins fans. Get out of here, bro. You out here talking.
Exactly.
We ain't
Let
even
me get out
sniffed.
of here.
We
Greg, let's go,
haven't
man.
sniffed the Super Bowl since the
Great,
80s.
let's go, man. We out, man. Let's go. We out. We'll talk to y'all later.
No. They got hey. These people got a Nick Foles statue. They
sorry,
just put
Greg.
up. That's
You're
recent.
the special guest and everything, but the Philadelphia Eagles are the bottom feeders right now.
That's okay. We'll bounce back eventually. We're all right.
Now,
You see, they won a championship recently. See, they good. They like, we good, man. We'll be back there.
We
We'll be back
what have
there.
you done for me lately, league? To be honest, with you.
Divorce. Hey, you ain't, that's a low blow, bro. He like, yeah, I hear all that shit, but you know, women definitely
I'm just keeping it 100. That's all I'm saying. Just keeping it 100.
That's a low blow, bro.
But let me ask Greg one more question before we move on to our first official topic. Your head coach. Oh my goodness. Why did I just lose his?
Doug Peterson?
Doug Peterson, thank you. Doug Peterson, you think he's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles head coach in 2021?
I think so. Yeah. I just think it's a bad year. Just had a bad year.
Just a bad
I
year?
really honestly feel like we can bounce back. I just don't. This year's a bust. Just play Jalen, let him, see what he got, and then start him next year if we can. But yeah, I don't think we should fire him and let him go.
So y'all gonna let just $50 million just sit there on the bench next season? you just gonna let half $100 million just sit on the bench all season?
You can trade it to the Dolphins. They would be better.
Yeah, do something. I don't know. That's nobody wants that contract. He's injury prone and he's just not playing well for the last 2 years now.
Those are terrible traits.
Yeah.
Now, to his defense, I do want to say I feel like Doug Peterson is a lot more aggressive when Carson Wentz is in the lineup compared to any other quarterback that's in the Philadelphia Eagles as starting lineup as their quarterback.
He should be. He was supposed to be the future of the league, the future of the Philly, the Eagles. So he should be like. That's why it's so frustrating because he came out. He played so great his first 2 years, and then I'm just frustrated as a fan. I'm sorry. I'm pissed off because it pissed me off.
You know what? Express your frustrations, bro. That we'll give you opportunity to let it out, man. Tell us how you're feeling as a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Just chime in on that, bro.
They suck since Donovan McNabb left, right?
Nah.
They won a championship
No, listen, let me tell you
recently.
something. Year after year, we kept going to the NFC Championship, and year after year, we kept losing. Then we finally get to the Super Bowl, and we lose against Tom Brady. So I've been struggling a long time as an Eagles fan. That championship felt so great.
I can imagine. I mean, I can literally only imagine.
Yeah.
Because
Bro, that was like the only Super Bowl I haven't watched over the last 20 years.
the Philly one?
Really?
Like, when I saw the New England Patriots beat the Chargers, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sit this one out because I'm tired of seeing the New England Patriots win another Super Bowl. That's what I literally was about to go with I did go with the Patriots. I didn't say it out loud, but it was in my mind. I was like, the Patriots got their, 7th Super Bowl?
I don't know, man. Ever since Eli Manning, I know sometimes teams, they get to the playoffs, and they just go on runs.
They get hot, yeah.
They just go on runs. Philly went on a run. You cannot explain how Nick Foles played like Joe Montana for a playoff series, but he did.
Mm-hmm.
I think
It
the
is what it
ultimate.
is. That's how you get a statue.
I think that's a good point because I think, to me, like you said, players just get hot, and I think there's no better example of that than Joe Flacco and Eli Manning.
Ooh. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's
yeah,
no
I
better
agree.
example of
Yeah.
that. Like the way Joe Flacco played in that playoff run. I mean, bro, he was throwing interceptions all season, and then got in the playoffs and didn't throw a single pick. Like it was just nuts how he was playing. He was playing, and it's not like he was just handing the ball off all game and running.
I'm sorry.
That game against the Broncos was special. It was special.
He
was balling.
He was balling.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows the Philly special now. You know what I mean? It's the play y'all can't even run anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
I hate seeing it in Madden, to be completely honest with you. But I did want to let's go ahead and just touch on this Coach of the Year candidate. This is a Banks topic, and I did want to highlight this to you, Banks. Why in the world would I put a sub 500 team's coach and as a Coach of the Year candidate in Ron Rivera for the Washington football team?
Because why not?
Because you're losing. That's why.
No, they're not.
Yes,
They're the hottest. They're one of the
they're
hottest
6 and
teams
7 right now.
Have you seen their last 5 games? They're 6 and 7, but they're like 5-0 the last 5 games or something like that.
Well, when they become 500 and they win the NFC East, which is not really saying much, then we have something to talk about.
Well, it's saying a lot when you're considering. Put it this way, because we always have to factor things in when we go to giving out awards. Okay,
I'm listening.
Factor this: before the season even started, we had a situation with the name of the organization. Okay, there was a whole big deal about that, about the name of the Washington football team.
Getting some feedback in the background.
Yeah, Shake, you've given us some feedback back there, but go ahead, Shake. Banks.
So before the season, we had the situation with the name of the Washington football team. That was a very big deal. That was national news. Okay. That created a lot of unnecessary attention in the wrong way. At that time, we should have been. And then on top of that, we're dealing with the whole COVID incident that had just peaked off.
That don't count.
Wait a
Count.
second.
Wait a second.
It does count because that has affected everybody in this country.
Yeah.
So it counts. It matters for something.
Okay,
whether
Adam Gase deserves Coach of the Year too.
Let him get his point apart, and then let him tell his point, and then we will tear it apart afterwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
let me write this down.
But the situation with the COVID, with the name change, as well as you hire a guy that they really they got Rivera in there, and then you find out that Rivera, unfortunately, and again, this is a very sad situation. You find out he has cancer, so your head coach is now behind the 8 ball, which is a very big deal because this is the guy that's brought in to lead the team and give the face of the team a new identity. So when you factor in all that stuff that's going on, and then you got a very shaky situation where everybody in the league counted out the Washington football team. I don't care who you was. A lot of the media attention and all that stuff had Washington barely even winning 2 or 3 games this year. And for them to be, yes, it's not saying a lot for being the NFC East. I totally understand that. But for them, considering everything that's happened up until this point, up until this season, bro, how could you not stand behind Washington at this time as Ron Rivera being a candidate for head coach of the year? It's not like Ron Rivera is not deserving of it. He was a good coach, not a great coach, a good coach in Carolina. So this is familiar territory for him. He this guy can actually coach. So it's time that we give him his flowers while he's alive. It's time that we give him the recognition. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
And he's winning with a quarterback who hadn't played for like 2 or 3 years.
I thank you, Shake. Who Madden at the beginning of the season had rated like a 66 or something like that. Remember we were making a joke about that?
Madden is a subpar game at best. Now, let's just break down. And I'm not one to hate on Ron Rivera because he is doing a good job. And usually, fighting cancer plus winning games equals coach of the year. That's just how the game goes. But if you really hold a microscope to their winning streak, you're looking at wins over. Let's see. You're looking at wins over the Cowboys, the Giants,
Yep.
the Bengals, the Cowboys again, and the 49ers. And the one win that probably is a highlight of this run is the win against the Steelers. Now, to me,
undefeated Steelers. Make sure you notate that.
Right.
Just put that out there.
That is true. Although I do think that is not the only loss they will be having this season. But for me, the coach for coach of the year, the case of coach of the year is Brian Flores, and it's open and shut. But for me, when I look at Ron Rivera, look, he has several storylines. One, you have, in my opinion, you have incompetent.
Don't interrupt him, Banks.
You have incompetent management from the part of the Washington. That's why they had this whole controversy in the first place. So it's really a controversy they brought onto themselves. Secondly, you have, let's just be real, you have that storyline of his personal health during a time of a health pandemic, and the team, quite frankly, the Washington is performing up to the standard they should be performing at. They're a sub-500 team. They should be a sub-500 team. So for me, Ron Rivera is doing what he should be doing with Washington, which is fielding a sub-500 team. They're a team that they beat up on low-hanging fruit, which is what they should do. But, they're not really a threat to anybody.
Wait, I got a question. Okay, so you make your point on why he shouldn't be coach of the year. Why should Brian Flores be the coach of the year? Make your point on that. Like, make your
sure.
I'm saying Stan. I can't pronounce the guy, but the head coach for the Browns, I like him.
Oh yes, Stefanski.
Okay. So the argument I would make for Brian Flores is one, he consistently overperforms. Last year they were calling the Miami Dolphins a JV team. There were conversations about could the University of Alabama beat the Miami Dolphins last season. That team, you cannot sit here and tell me that team had more talent than the Cincinnati Bengals, who had the number 1 pick in the draft. You can't tell me that. So he consistently overperforms with what he has. And I think this season, you got a team that had no business winning 5 games last season in the playoff hunt, and what is essentially the second season of a rebuild. And third, when you see what he did in that game against the Bengals, when he walked across the field, and sometimes it's a hold me back moment where guys, they run up and they just hold me back. Brian Flores was about that action. So I point to those 3 things as to why he would be, in my opinion, the coach of the year in the NFL.
Shake?
Wow, bro.
Can Shake get his candidate out real quick? Can Shake get his candidate out real quick? Because I would like to hear about Stefanski.
But Stefanski reminds me of when Phil Jackson took over the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. That it was a talented team, but unfortunately the coach before Phil Jackson couldn't get them to play as a team. Phil Jackson came in there and had them play as a team, and that's what Stefanski is doing. He's having the Cleveland Browns stop this me attitude and start this we attitude, and he's making them play as a team instead of a bunch of good individuals. And that's why I like him for coach of the year. He's I think he's brought the best out of this team, in my opinion.
That's a good point.
So,
Greg, what you got, man?
I got to go with Cleveland because who thought Cleveland would win 9 games? Like,
I can't hear him.
can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, I can hear you.
I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine.
Yeah. I got to go with the coach in Cleveland because no one ever saw this happen. And like, they have so much talent, but they just always been losers for a long time. And just, they never had chemistry. And now this guy comes and he just created great chemistry and they play well and they play hard. They might not win every game, but the fact that Cleveland has 9 wins is just like, it's amazing. Like they had, when was the last time Cleveland had 9 wins?
It's been a while.
I can't even remember.
I
just got
can't
to go
hear
with
him
Cleveland.
for some reason.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
You know,
I
it's
think maybe like 2002. Then when they went to the playoffs, something like that, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting, I think. But when you look at the Browns on paper, I mean, there's really no reason why they shouldn't be a winning team on paper. I think the thing that he's come on and brought along is common sense. Like, that's something that the Browns coaches have lacked. I mean, look at Freddie Kitchens. That man's not a head coach. Like, that was a lot. Like, they basically just threw a whole year away having him as head coach of that team. So the guy who comes in next, who's actually competent, and he's looking at his team and he says, I got Baker Mayfield, who I probably don't want throwing the ball all the time. And I got 2, not 1, but 2 elite running backs. Just run the damn ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he had to figure out. He figured it out.
And the blessing in disguise is when Odell Beckham got hurt.
Yeah. And you have 2, Odell and Jarvis. We got some skill players up there in Cleveland. That's what I know.
In a way, I do want to agree with Shake, but I have a feeling that the popular opinion is going to end up being Sean Payton. Excuse me. Considering the fact the New Orleans Saints are still winning football games without Drew Brees, but I do like the underdog pick though, Shake. If it was up to me, I'm hands down. I'm giving it to Stefanski.
He won without Drew Brees last year too. So
wait, why are you shaking your head, Banks? You don't agree, Sean Payton?
So
No, yeah, I definitely don't agree with Sean Payton. Everybody knows how I feel about the Saints.
Let bygones be bygones. Get that hate out your heart.
No, I'm never doing that. They're the ultimate overachievers. They're the prime example of overachieving. All we're going to get from the Saints is another letdown. We're going to give them all these damn accolades that we give them all throughout the season. They're going to go to the playoffs and they're going to get their ass bounced out. I guarantee it. That's just what's going to happen. They're too cocky, and I hate it. I just hate it. Like I've never seen a team with as much mouth, and they're the epitome. They're the prime example of their coach, because their coach has just as much of a bigger mouth than the players. I've never seen anything like it.
They're the Clippers of the NFL.
That's a very good point.
They go around the way the Saints carry themselves. You would think that they're multiple Super Bowl. They're the multiple Super Bowl champion. You would think they're the New England Patriots. The way that they carry themselves, and they're overachievers. Like I guess I can say underachievers in this case, because since that New Orleans Super Bowl run, they have been successful. They've been winning games, but they haven't been winning the games that matter. We're going to go ahead and give Sean Payton. Now it's been a couple of seasons that he might have been. He should have been coach of the year. But I agree to the guys' point about. I agree with the B-Flow pick. I agree with Brian Flores being a consideration. I don't think Brian Flores is coach of the year this year, but I agree with him being a candidate. Just like I agree with Ron Rivera being a candidate. I also agree with Stefanski being a candidate. These are 3 other coaches that have done more with less. So if I'm on the outside looking in, I'm looking at those 3 guys as like the favorites because of the underdog rule and because they've been able to get things done with lesser talent. You can't. If you put Sean Payton on any one of those teams, we're talking about either one of these teams being, 11 wins, 10 wins right now, something like that. Which, when you think about it, none of these teams are that far off from that mark. The Dolphins have 8 wins now? 8 wins, 9 wins.
8 wins.
The Browns have 9 wins. And who's the other guy named?
Washington.
Washington. Rivera has 6 wins, 7 wins. So they're not that far off. So with less, that's the point. They're with less. The only thing that you can say, I say like this: if you're going to give it to Sean Payton, then give it to Mike Tomlin.
You got Ben Roethlisberger.
I'm just saying though. I mean, you go by record and all that stuff. Or how can we forget about Sean McDermott from the Buffalo Bills? Why not have this guy in there? Because Buffalo is playing some really good damn football. They're actually playing up to the expectations. The expectation was put on Buffalo at the beginning of the season when the Patriots made all those shuffling and all those moves. It was Buffalo was crowned at that time. You're the front runner of the AFC East right now. You're the one that's supposed to get the job done. You're supposed to carry the mantle, and Buffalo has done a great job this year. The kid Allen, Josh Allen. I mean, at one point, besides, they consider him for MVP vote. Believe it or not, he was in the MVP race. So, I mean, and the way that they dominated this past week, the way Buffalo dominated this weekend, I mean, bro, maybe McDermott should be getting consideration as well. I'm just saying.
I won't make that decision until after that Week 17 game against the Dolphins.
The game you're going to lose and it's going to be out of the playoffs with?
That's what you think?
I know it's going to happen.
Oh, you want to put something on that?
We can wager it. We'll get to that point, though.
Although I will say the Bills won the division last season. So you can say the Bills are doing what they should be doing this season. Mm-hmm. And usually the coach of the year goes to overachieving.
Right.
So.
But you kind of get my point why I brought him in.
I get your point. That being said, it's probably going to be Ron Rivera. Let's just keep it a buck. It's probably going to be Ron Rivera.
Right.
And we already know who the comeback player is going to be.
Oh, yeah. It's also in Washington. So.
Yeah, Alex is playing well.
That one is wrapped up. Bro, Alex Smith can throw 100 interceptions from here until the end of the season. He's winning comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Is he even playing this Sunday? Because I know he got like a thigh injury or something.
The award is locked up.
Yeah, because dude nearly almost died, man.
I can agree with comeback player of the year. I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, they didn't even know he's going to be walking again, nonetheless playing football. So, yeah, you can have. You seen
pictures of his leg? Oh my God, that is.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting. It was bad.
Wow. Yeah, please keep a sleeve on that. Don't need to do that.
Don't need to get into that. But real quick, because I know we had this discussion in the past about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, about the possibility of him leaving Milwaukee. And I believe, Havoc, you said you had the Miami Heat as a candidate. Shake, did you agree with him on the Miami Heat?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm not actually. I was hoping. I don't know if he would or not, but I was hoping.
Okay,
that's a basketball guy down there. Great. That's actually his favorite sport. We should let him start with it. Because I want to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So
who's his favorite team?
The Miami Heat.
The Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers.
No, not the Lakers. I just like LeBron.
LeBron is one of the only players that has fans that follow him. He's like one of the only players. I get it though. He's a king.
You know what? I respect LeBron's play, but now personally, I'm not a fan. Well, I guess I am a fan on the low. I guess you put me as a fan.
Bro, what's there to hate about his game?
Yeah, you can't hate about his game, but once we get talking about Michael Jordan, then I'm going with Michael Jordan.
Of course, Michael's way. No, it's not even close.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, that's Mike
and Kobe. Michael Jordan and Kobe. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
I don't know about Kobe.
You got to.
Yeah.
Kobe, my guy.
Man, I'll say it like this: in a one-on-one game, I'm taking.
Can y'all hear me?
I'm taking Kobe in a one-on-one game, but I understand. Look, man, LeBron is Magic Johnson with like scoring ability, basically.
It's an enhanced Magic and defense. Magic didn't play defense well. LeBron got that.
Magic played defense early on when he was younger. But like most players, now at least I'll say it's about LeBron. He's still playing defense.
Yeah, when he wants to.
In the playoffs. In the playoffs.
Yeah. Has he ever won Defensive Player of the Year?
He should have.
He should have. That year against when Marc Gasol won it, I was like, what? LeBron was starting all 5 positions.
What year was that?
That was 2013.
Marc Gasol was
No,
second.
that
Was
should have been
second
Larry
team.
Sanders. That's who it should have won it.
Oh my gosh, Larry Sanders.
Larry
Marc Gasol was second team All NBA defense and defensive player of the year. You're gonna have to explain that
but
one to
LeBron
me.
was guarding all 5 positions. He was guarding the point guard, the center.
And you know
he should have
what?
won that year.
The same thing happened to MJ. They didn't want to give MJ defensive player of the year and MVP in the same season. Same thing
I think
happened
that
to
was
MJ.
90.
But he done it. He
That was
did
90,
it though.
Yeah.
He did do it. Yeah, he did do it. Yeah.
But I'm saying the year that Karl Malone won the MVP, and there's just you just get fatigue after a while. It's like, how many damn awards are we gonna give this guy? And that's what happened with MJ in the '90s. There were several years he probably should have been Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
But you know what? Honestly, I think 93. I think Charles Barkley that he deserved that. But once the playoffs started, Michael was better.
Michael's always a better player. You know what I'm saying? You got to give Karl Malone. They gave Karl Malone one on the way out the door, basically. Good for him.
Can we get on the GOAT in the league? Well, the future GOAT, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You think Giannis is the future GOAT?
No, he can't shoot. He has to learn how to shoot. When he learns how to shoot, he'll be perfect.
I don't know.
Hey, LeBron didn't know how to shoot at first. He had to develop that. Let Giannis.
Okay, but when are you going to develop it? Like, he's been in the league for 7 years now. Like, you still can't shoot? Like, come on, man.
How old is Giannis? Like 25?
He's like 25. He has time. I get it.
Yes, he's 25. Let him. Like, he came into the league when he was 18, 19.
I just feel that he has to work on the shot. Once he has that, he'll be perfect.
Okay, so let me ask you this question: do you think that Giannis will win a championship with Milwaukee?
Probably not.
Probably
not with Milwaukee.
No,
not with Milwaukee.
So. Not with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So even if he okay, let's say if he develops the jump shot and works on his free throws, how about
it all depends on how long Kevin Durant will be in the East. I mean, if Kevin Durant is in the East, I don't think anybody else honestly might come out. He's just too much for everybody to handle right now.
Yeah. Although Giannis on paper should be the perfect person to guard Kevin Durant, but the problem is Giannis' second fiddle is Chris Middleton. And then after that it's Eric Bledsoe?
Yeah,
they don't have Bledsoe.
They got Drew Holiday. They got Holiday now.
Oh, they got Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is very nice. Drew Holiday is very nice.
Nice. Very underrated.
Very nice.
I like Drew Holiday.
I may have to. I'm not sure.
That's still not enough, though. That's still not enough to win a championship. Not in my opinion.
I don't know if Chris Middleton as your second best player is enough.
Hey, as long as you have your shooters hitting your shots, that's all you need, because that's the problem in the playoffs.
I say it like this. If Brooklyn plays anything like they played in that first preseason game, the East can wrap that shit up, bro.
Mm-hmm. No,
you can wrap it up.
What about the Miami Heat? What about the Heat?
Done. Yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on. What about the reigning Eastern Conference champions?
Listen, with respect, I earned a lot of respect for the Miami Heat over this past season. With respect to that team, they're done. They're done. They're going to be cooked. I see that going 5 or 6 games.
The Heat are done. Yeah, the Heat are done.
They're done.
I don't know if they're done.
The Heat are done with what?
76 I feel like are gonna take
done with what?
Not going to be enough. You cannot. If Golden State has shown people over the years what you need to win, you need consistent shooters. You need people that can consistently make shots in the playoffs. You cannot go on stretches of 6 or more minutes, 7 or more minutes when you don't make a bucket. Brooklyn ain't gonna have that problem. Brooklyn ain't gonna have that problem. All the teams you guys named, when they go cold, they go cold. The other night we just saw that in the preseason game with the Miami Heat. In the preseason, granted, it's preseason.
Yeah,
it's preseason.
Granted, they threw up 100 3-pointers that game.
They do need some shooters,
That's
man.
their game.
I saw this dude named Max Struss. He threw up 100 3-pointers that last game.
Right,
you ain't never gonna see him in the regular season.
That's the Miami Heat's game though. They're 3-D. They're 3-D. Just like with with Milwaukee. That's another 3-D team. If those 3 balls are not falling, they're not going to win the game. And that's exactly
what about Boston? What about Jason?
Yeah, same about Boston.
The only issue with them is inconsistency. They're just inconsistent. Again, they're another team that goes on in spells where they can't make a damn shot. For some reason, they forget who the hell Jason Tatum is for some reason. They stop passing him the ball, and then you lose. You're not going to have that problem with Brooklyn. Brooklyn knows who their guy is. They know
I'm taking Philly.
Kevin Durant is the guy.
Well, they know Kevin Durant's the guy until Kyrie until Kyrie gets in his feelings a little bit.
That ain't
But-
That's the thing about Kyrie. He has a bad attitude. Like he is not a leader.
Yeah.
Kyrie,
Well,
Kyrie ain't gonna have that problem with him.
How,
Kevin Durant.
well, every time, and well, first of all, from a leadership standpoint, they're both kind of like betas, right? Like
Right.
Kyrie is like several times has told us, I want to be the guy, but I don't want to be the guy. Like, I want to be the guy in terms of the ball in my hand, but I don't want guys leaning on me to be a leader. And
How does that even work with Kevin Durant?
I'm wondering, like, who's the big? I mean, obviously Kevin Durant is the guy.
You don't
But,
think
like-
Steve Nash can control that? No, he's
No.
not the right coach.
Nope.
I think Steve Nash is gonna be the next Steve Kerr.
No, but here's the
That's
problem.
gonna go down.
But here's the difference. The top dog in Golden State is Steph Curry, no matter who's there, right?
Right.
Steph Curry, and when Steph Curry is your top dog, that means that mostly him and Draymond, they are the tone setters for that franchise.
Mhm.
The tone setters for Brooklyn are now Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. It can go great, or it can go awful. Now, you got Kevin Durant. You can only be so bad with Kevin Durant. You're going to get in the playoffs guaranteed if Kevin Durant is on your team. Now, I'm talking about championship level stuff like that when you need leadership to get through the
Havoc,
tough times.
let me ask you a question. They
Yeah.
can't win the championship this year. Do you see the Lakers repeating? Do you see somebody new? The Clippers?
I was, honestly,
Ah, the hell with you, man.
honestly, yeah. I mean, the Lakers are in the front seat right now because I'll keep it a buck. I don't trust Paul George like that. I don't trust Paul George like that.
Not the last few years. He's been awful in the playoffs. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Pandemic, P.
And I 100% don't trust James Harden in the playoffs.
No,
So,
of course not.
jeez.
Although Denver, I like Denver.
Yeah, I like Denver. I
I
love Denver.
think we all. That's a unanimous pick here with Denver. I think
Michael
we all
Porter.
like Denver.
Michael Porter, he that wild card
That's-
player
that-
for
that's
Denver.
that's that next Durant, bro. They gonna unleash him this year, bro.
Yeah.
Who else
Next
in the
Durant.
West besides Denver? Who else? The Lakers,
The
Denver.
Blazers.
The Blazers.
Yeah.
Blazers are fools, though, man. The Blazers are fools, balls.
They're another score away from being a contender to be.
What about Utah? I mean,
Oh,
Utah-
forgot about Utah. They don't have enough scoring. They have
You got
defense.
the
They don't have
Grizzlies.
enough-
You got the
they-
Grizzlies.
Yeah.
You got the Suns.
And they lost Ricky
the
Rubio,
Grizzlies
too.
ain't ready yet. The Grizzlies ain't ready yet.
Nah.
You don't think Ja will make that leap? No.
No,
They're a little too young.
they don't have enough scoring on that team.
Like, all their
That's
main
a good
pieces
pick.
are,
I
like,
wonder
under
what-
23, basically.
I wonder what James Harden considered going to Memphis. Nah, that'll just mess Durant up. That'll mess Durant up.
Nah, he get his fault. Go ahead, go to the Nets. Mess that team up.
Look,
I
man.
don't think that'll mess the Nets up. I think that'll just make them even better. I honestly, I know everybody says, "Well, there's not enough basketballs." Bro, that's
Bro, that's way
But
too much
I think James
dribbling.
will be better at Philly though. That's my,
Oh no,
Yeah,
good.
I
Oh
think he'd be better
no.
I think
Unless
he'd
you
be
get
better.
rid of Ben
That's the
Simmons.
Oklahoma City Thunder
Go
to
ahead.
swap out Russell Westbrook for Kyrie Irving,
Well,
basically.
you'll be a damn fool to get rid of Ben Simmons for James Harden. I don't care how well James Harden shoots the ball. I'm never giving up Ben Simmons. That's the next LeBron.
So who
Yeah,
you
that
giving
ain't
up?
happening.
You gotta give up either Ben Simmons
That ain't
or
happening.
Embiid. Which one
Ben
you
Simmons
giving
is
up?
not the next LeBron.
Oh,
Don't
you
do
crazy?
that to
Have
him.
you seen?
No, don't
Have
do
you
that
seen?
to him.
Listen. Have you seen?
Have you seen him shoot a three-pointer? Because I haven't.
He can develop it.
Before.
How many years has he been in the
LeBron got a
league?
3-point shot. He was Ben Simmons.
The man done took
Understand
his whole rookie season off and didn't learn how to shoot.
Yo, Ben is worse than Giannis at shooting. Worse than Giannis.
that.
He doesn't even try to
Look,
shoot.
He doesn't even
Even
try.
with-
Yeah, at least Giannis tries.
Even with him having terrible shooting numbers, he's still a 50+% shooter from the field. From the field, whether it's in the paint or whatever, he's just
It's all in the
50
paint.
plus.
Yeah.
He's a triple double walking every night. A
And a
walking triple
matchup
double.
nightmare.
Matchup nightmare. He will lock your ass
Yes.
down.
He is
will
Sean
rebound.
Marion with ball
Bro.
handling skills.
Nah,
He's the point
That's
guard.
what
I wouldn't. No, that's too much.
Sean Marion was a all NBA player at one point. in
Don't
his
forget
career.
about the Pelicans in the West either. The Pelicans.
Oh,
might
that's
make a-
right. The
Yes.
Pelicans got a squad. They got a
That's
squad.
true.
Yeah,
Who
the
they
Pelicans
get?
got a nice spot too.
Well, they got
I like
Zion,
Steven Adams
they
for
got
them.
Lonzo, they got Ingram.
Yeah.
They got players.
Yeah, they got a
Yeah,
squad.
I was about to say I trust Lonzo Ball behind the three over Ben Simmons.
Lonzo can shoot now.
I ain't worried about Ben Simmons shooting the three. To be honest with you, he
Man,
can just drive to the basket on any.
My question is, who's
guard that's
defending
touching
him? Who's
Right.
defending him?
Right.
They're gonna have to put a 3 on him. They have to put a 3 or a 2 on him.
Too slow.
Yeah.
Put a point guard on him.
Okay,
slow.
you put a 3, too slow. You put a 2, too small.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Who
What
you
you
put
gonna
on
do?
him?
He
I
backing
mean, look,
down
okay,
that
so-
too. He backing down that too.
I mean, from a defensive standpoint, especially you see what happens in the playoffs. How they play Ben Simmons, they just play all the way off the 3-point line. They let him just try to run into the paint.
Right. Because
Right.
If he doesn't at the bare minimum get a respectable jump shot, they gonna clog up that lane all playoff long.
But the thing
then-
is, he doesn't even try to shoot. Just
And then-
try. Just
And then
take a
Joel
shot.
Embiid, he gets all pissed off and he just lives in the 3-point line.
So
Yeah.
I can't stand Joel Embiid, man. Like that.
I don't
dude,
love him.
He needs to go get in the paint and like get some rebounds. I just can't stand.
Well,
He's
Embiid.
he's out in the 3 too much. Too much.
Mhm.
Hey, let me ask you this: how would you feel if Joel Embiid came to Miami?
Nope.
No,
No.
I like Bam. I'm good.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You can have him. Give us Bam. We'll
Yeah.
take Bam. Go.
Nope.
Philly will take
I-
Bam.
Oh, you a Philly fan? Oh, okay.
Oh, I ain't a Philly fan, but I'm
Sound
just
like
saying y'all can have Embiid. Give us Bam.
Yeah, no, I would not trade Bam for Embiid straight up.
Tyler and Bam, untouchable. Don't
I
touch
bet you the Heat
Don't
would do
touch
it. I bet you the Heat would.
Oh,
do
I
it.
bet you they would not.
They would.
No,
That's actually what the Houston
because
Rockets
because
asked
Pat
for.
Riley wouldn't
They
give up
asked for
Tyler
Joel
Herro
Embiid?
to get James Harden,
No, they asked for Tyler Hero.
and he said
hell
no.
No,
And the Heat
no,
said no.
no.
The
No.
Heat said
Tyler
no
Hero for James Harden.
Yeah,
No.
they want
Yeah,
Tyler
and-
Hero in that trade.
No, they wanted
As a-
the whole team plus Tyler Herro
Tyler
for James
Hero,
Harden.
They're like, no.
No.
I'm not doing that trade.
Hell no.
The whole
As a matter,
team.
as a matter of fact,
Basically,
as a matter of fact, the year before we got Jimmy Butler, Minnesota asked, they wanted to trade with Minnesota, and Minnesota wanted Bam, and Pat Riley was like, no, sorry, can't do it.
oh, of course. Bam is like Pat Riley's. He's a prototype of a perfect Pat Riley player.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, when he first came to the Heat, the first thing he did was get Alonzo Mourning.
Man, you got that guy to be your mentor. Come on now.
And he just took Whiteside's position, and the Heat got rid of Whiteside because Bam just played much better than him.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. I mean, Whiteside's attitude
Was
basically
terrible.
got him shipped out of Miami.
But you know what? For about a 2-year period, he was playing well. Like he was
a
getting
monster.
And then after he got that contract, he just
Yeah.
We know what happened after he got the contract.
Yeah, he is like the ultimate got paid and gave up type
yeah.
guy, man. Because
But you know what? He played decent for the Trailblazers this past season. He was all right.
But here's the thing I got against Whiteside. I feel like he's better than how he plays. Like, you ever see him, like, especially he gets the rebounds, he gives it the point guard, man, he takes his sweet time getting up the court.
He's
Like, this
lazy.
ain't the 90s, homie. Like, they just gonna wait for you to just post up on the block. Like, you need to run back. Yeah, that's just not in his DNA. But when he was out the league, and then Miami signed him, he was running all over the place. He was running for a contract, but when he got the contract, I'm gonna just jog.
Yeah.
Well, also, too, he had Dwayne Wade to set up his shots.
Dwayne Wade wasn't here one of those years, right? He was
No,
in.
he was there for his first 2 years. Yeah.
He was, yeah. Then he went to Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Cleveland
Then he
and
came
Chicago.
back
He
half
came
a
back.
year, and then yeah.
And I still contend. You know, if Chris Bosh was healthy, we would have made another
Listen,
run.
in
but
2016, that
Yep.
2016 team was special. Wade had a great year. And if Bosch was healthy and Whiteside was healthy, we should have
Yes.
beat Toronto. I don't know
we
why
would have
we
been
lost
in the
to
Eastern
Toronto.
Conference Finals, no problem.
We had no business losing to Toronto. I was so pissed off when we lost. Game 7 was like, oh,
God.
ugh.
And here I am being a Bulls fan.
Listen, y'all ran the 90s, so you're good.
All I know is last
we had a
year.
good run. We had a good run a few years back too. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
know,
lost
Zach.
to who?
We,
Who did you lose to?
And
Who did you lose
ran
to?
into the three top 5 players in the same draft class on the same team.
The Heatles.
Can't do nothing about that. You know.
Yeah, but I like Zach LaVine though. Zach LaVine was a great pickup for them.
Yeah, not enough
I
though.
don't know, man. I
Yeah,
think
he
Zach
ain't-
Levine's a little
Alright.
bit.
Not enough.
Zach
It's a
Levine's a little
start.
bit like empty calories to me.
All athleticism, no skill.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
little
not
bit empty
enough.
calories, man.
He can
Every
work
time
on
I
the
see
skill.
him, he's scoring a lot of points, but I don't see
You know what?
wins.
He's the next Gerald Green. That's what he is. Gerald Green.
Oh no, that's disrespectful. That's some
He's
disrespect.
a little bit more than Gerald Green. Come on now.
Yeah, that's a little bit. That's too disrespectful, bro.
that's all it is, little Gerald Green.
Here's who he is. Zach Levine is a more athletic Kerry Kittles.
Oh wow, you're going way back. Well, not way back, but back. Okay, I kind of like that comparison.
No, that's
He's
kinda
a
way
more
back.
athletic Kerry
Kittles was
Kittles.
about 20 years ago. So yeah, that's way back.
yeah,
Yeah, we talking about New Jersey Nets, Kerry Kittles.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's way back.
That's who Zach Levine is, basically.
Those guys.
All right, Shake. Did you want to go ahead and inform Greg and Banks what your poll of the week was?
Nintendo versus Sega as a whole. What
As
did
a-
you prefer?
All right, so we posed the poll up on my personal YouTube channel. 68% said Nintendo and 32% said Sega, and 79 people voted.
I'm not surprised by those results, by the way.
Thank you so
very-
much to all those 79 people that voted on the poll. Thank you guys. If you guys are watching this, we appreciate you.
I'm not surprised by the results. Mostly because of Nintendo's longevity. Number one.
Yeah.
They still
And
going.
And Nintendo bought Sega, right? So all the Sega products are part of Nintendo. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Sega
did
just
not
makes
even
games now.
No,
Yeah.
wait. I think
Yes, because if you played-
Microsoft bought them.
Microsoft bought Sega.
I think so.
All I know is Sega just makes games now.
Yeah, they don't do consoles.
I'm more into quality over quantity, and I feel like Sega has the better quality of game than Nintendo.
That's a hell no for me, bro.
You said a hell no.
Yeah, Sega can't keep up with Nintendo games, bro. That's shit's not even. Especially the SNES, bro. If we talk about the SNES alone.
Let's look at the Dreamcast, because I feel like by them having the memory card, that just took it to a whole nother level.
Dreamcast was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had a
So
little
you got
Tamagotchi
Dreamcast. Okay, you
memory
got
card.
Dreamcast, we'll give you 64.
Listen,
Bro, it's not close, bro.
I will concede Nintendo wins the argument, but I will also make the argument for Sega.
I
will
like
concede-
Sega too.
I will concede Nintendo wins, but I will make the argument for Sega. One,
but-
Nintendo only makes games for children.
Thank you.
Sega, they were actually giving you Mortal Kombat with the blood. I don't think I've seen a
Well,
speck of blood on any Nintendo
And part
game.
two
ever.
was. Part two
Yeah,
was.
part two had blood.
No. The very first. What?
What about 007 for 64? That had blood, right?
Classic. Yes,
Yeah,
it did.
classic.
It ain't had no blood.
It did.
It did have blood, didn't it?
It
Nah,
did.
it had no
The real
blood.
thing is this.
Oh, yeah, it did. When you died, the blood came down the screen. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sega have a Smash
Yeah,
Brothers.
come on
Does
now.
Sega have a Smash Brothers? Yes or no?
No.
Does Sega have a Smash Brothers? No, they tried. They tried with Sonic All Stars, but it didn't work out.
Yes, yeah. That's
Hey, look, all I know is there's no Sega game that was as good as The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, which one? Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, I mean that's not even
Yeah.
fair.
All-time
Legend, that's not even fair.
Ever. That game is golden.
Come on now.
It can't be stopped.
Zelda is like a top 3 franchise in all of games. Period.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Sonic.
Especially Ocarina of Time. I still play it.
Yeah, that's not even fair. I mean, look at the best, Sega games of all time. You are looking at the Sonic games.
Tekken was Tekken Sega?
No.
Streets of Rage.
Virtual Fighter.
definitely up there.
Right,
What about
right.
Streets of Rage?
Streets of Rage was good. Virtual Fighter was great.
Virtual
Who
Cop.
else? The first NFL 2K games were on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
NBA
Like-
2K as well, yeah.
The first Soul Calibur was on
Yeah,
Dreamcast.
I remember that.
Sega had Ultimate
Shenmue.
Beast.
Shenmue.
Power Stone.
Shenmue. Power Stones. Look,
Yeah,
man.
Jet
Sega
Set Radio Future.
Oh yeah, that's my game.
love Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
So
remember
Sega
that
has-
game. Yeah.
Sega has some stuff though.
Sega did,
But
man.
overall,
That's
Nintendo is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, Nintendo dominating that shit, bro. It's not even
Yeah.
close. I don't
It's-
think it's that close at all.
When you talk about Nintendo, all you gotta say is Smash Brothers, Mario. Actually,
Donkey Kong.
All you gotta
Donkey
say is
Kong,
Mario,
Pokemon.
Mario, Mario, and that's it.
Donkey
Mario
Kong.
Kart.
Only thing
Donkey
I like
Kong.
on Nintendo.
Oh my god, Donkey
was
Kong
Pokemon.
64 was
That's all I
the best game ever.
Yeah,
No,
it
You're
was.
not wrong, man. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
a great
yeah.
game.
Then you had
That was a great
WWF
game.
No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000. I mean,
Mhm.
bro. I mean, we could go, bro. We
And you know
go
what's
all
funny?
day.
And you know what's funny? I seen the top 10 wrestling video games, and it was last year, and No Mercy is still number one. on that
Absolutely. That game
Yeah,
had
it should be.
everything in it, bro.
It should be.
Everything.
know
Everybody
what?
remembers that little black cartridge?
Yeah, at least Nintendo versus Sega is somewhat of a fair argument because Sony versus PlayStation versus Xbox is like not even close.
Wait, who you going with? Who you...
PlayStation.
Oh,
Okay,
hell
okay, thank you, okay.
no.
Wait,
Yeah,
PlayStation.
And then if I'm
Sony's
What do
better,
you
man.
mean,
Come
hell
on,
no?
man.
What Xbox got against
PlayStation's better.
PlayStation?
Man.
You know, Mass
Hey,
Effect came
debate.
out. Mass Effect came out on the
Hey, let's do-
PlayStation
let's-
first.
Hey, do that next for your next poll.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
We'll say that. We'll say that.
This man said, "Hell no!" Like
it is
Xbox.
a big hell no.
Xbox. The only thing
It's a big
Xbox
hell
got
no.
working with is Gears of War. That's
It's
it.
a big
And
hell
Halo,
no.
that's it.
And Halo. And
It's a
Fable.
big- It's a good hell no.
Well, don't worry. We got some other stuff coming up very soon too.
What we got?
Just relax,
Hey, man.
PlayStation guys.
Yeah, but
Relax.
y'all behind. Y'all behind.
Oh,
Well,
y'all
Uncharted,
y'all
just
catching up.
speaking from exclusive. You're not
God
Yeah.
of
Wait,
God of War.
listen. The only exclusives I want to
God
talk
of
about
War.
are the ones that people actually play.
Uncharted.
I don't want to hear people talking about exclusives if you don't buy the game and you don't play them. I hate that. If you don't
I
play
play God of-
exclusives, don't talk about them.
Thank you.
I played Gears of War, beat it. I played all the Mass Effects, beat all those. What else Sony got? Uncharted, played all those. Like look, when it comes Metal Gear Solid, bro.
Splinter
But that's
Cell.
always been PlayStation's one up on Xbox. I'll be honest about that. PlayStation has always had those first person shooters, those stories type. That's just how they were built. They were designed for that. They were structured for single player gameplay. Okay, that's Crash Bandicoot and all this other stuff. They had that shit, bro. Like Microsoft has been behind the 8 ball since its inception. But because let's just not forget that how successful Microsoft has been. It's not like, oh, we're going to be the little brother forever, because Microsoft transcended when the Xbox 360 got up. When the 360 dropped, it was over with. The 360 was very successful.
Call of Duty Big Red
Very
One,
successful.
Are you
One.
Xbox's fault is
So-
their fault when they start getting super creative with all this entertainment factors and the Connect and this and that. That's where they went wrong. They should have just kept it.
Let me ask you a question. How many Xbox 360s did you have? Because I had 4.
I had
I mean, we all
5.
have faulty hardware.
Okay.
We have faulty hardware too.
Okay.
How many times? How
Bro,
many PlayStations
my
have you
PlayStation 2
One.
still works. My PlayStation 2 still
One.
works today.
I've had
Still
one
works.
PlayStation 4 and I still have it today. I bought it 6 years ago.
Man, please.
6 years ago. Still
I got-
works.
Man, please.
Hey, I bought the regular, the Elite, the black one, the first black Xbox 360 Elite that came out, and then I bought the Slim. The Slim still works.
Your other Xbox, your 360 is right here in my front room right
Oh,
now.
yeah, he
Where
got
the
my
260. I got it right here in my
It's working right now. He's working right.
and it's working perfectly fine.
Right. It's working right.
As a matter of fact, here's the
Cross your
controller that I was
fingers.
playing NCAA earlier.
Cross your fingers when it comes to Xbox
I'm sorry.
hardware.
I hate the PlayStation controller. That joint is so freaking
Garbage.
small, yo. I hate
Why?
It's small, man. Like
You're gonna have your controller plugged up to the console for 12 hours, for only 2 hours of gameplay before you have to charge it again.
That is not true.
As a matter of fact,
That is not a fact.
That's not
Facts.
true.
the Xbox kind of copied the Dreamcast controller.
100%.
That's cool. They got the right. At least they doing something smart. PlayStation got that little controller where, like, my biggest issue is the thumbsticks are at the same spot. Like, I hate that.
What the hell? Don't worry, we're Xbox
And
guys. We're gonna
a
transcend
trigger,
very soon.
like you see where the Xbox puts their triggers, it actually feels like you're shooting a gun. When you have the PlayStation, like the triggers at the top of the controller. Who wants that? I don't
We
like.
ain't out here talking about the games. We out here talking about practice. We ain't talking about the games.
I'm talking about.
We talking about triggers.
I'm talking about.
That was
I'm
funny
talking
right
about
there, Javi.
looking at the whole spectrum. I give PlayStation the games because I love Uncharted. I love
God of
I mean,
War.
You're solid.
I was about to say Walking Dead. Last
Mass
of Us.
Effects?
Last
Mass
of Us.
Effects.
Yeah.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Too many titles. Too many games, bro.
Spider-Man.
games.
I just finished Miles Morales last week. So like, yeah, I give PlayStation the game. But as far as everything else, as far as playing with your friends, because if you want to talk about somebody stealing something, PlayStation stole party play from Xbox.
Right.
Also, at first,
Facts.
PlayStation,
You couldn't even be in a party chat on PlayStation until recently.
right, and
You had to be playing the same game.
Y'all both were so cheap. Y'all was like, all right, y'all go ahead. Y'all can play with each other for free online.
Oh, what about Blu-ray?
But
PlayStation came out with
the
Blu-ray.
network was so bad. Y'all was like, F this.
No, DeVore, here's the great denominator. Here's the great denominator here. I can play online for free, and every week you were getting hacked. Every week, your servers were getting bashed.
Listen, Xbox Live wins. I will give it to you. Xbox Live wins. Like you will not get that argument from me. Xbox Live is far superior to whatever PlayStation's doing.
These little
with the
kids
PlayStation
would
Network.
never survive an Xbox 360 Call of Duty game chat ever. You see how the Xbox is banning people left and right for just saying simple things in chats? Your ass couldn't last in Xbox 360 world. You can forget it. I was called a nigger every day.
Gears of War 2.
Every day.
Gears of War 2 back in the day.
By an 8-year-old.
Listen,
Oh
the party chat.
It'd be these 8-year-olds that be getting
Listen, the
wild.
party chat will go just like this.
Oof,
I would
I had to
join the
stop.
server. I would say, hey, what's up, everybody? And they would simply say, excuse my language, shut up, nigger. I'm like, the hell I said was what's up. That's it. Really?
And then the thing is, it'd be black kids too, but they'd be calling you that too. That's messed up.
Right. That's messed up, bro.
It's like, y'all hate yourselves. All right.
Right.
It's because y'all out here playing Xbox instead of this PlayStation. I get why the self-hate. But
Man, I miss those days, bro. It was funny looking back on it. That shit was hilarious, man. Miss those
Yeah,
days.
I don't miss that red ring of death.
nope.
I hated
Nah,
that.
nobody does.
Nobody does. But every
Send into my Xbox every 3
console has
months.
their flaws. Every console has their flaws.
True.
Yeah, that was a serious flaw though. That was a serious.
Like my biggest flaw with PlayStation. PlayStation 2 had that little ass cartridge for a memory card. I hated that.
But that shit holds so much stuff.
No, but Xbox had that joint built in though. The
Yeah.
regular
Oh,
Xbox had it built
Don't
in.
forget when the PlayStation 6 was actually scratching up discs. No. Oh, we forget about that? Listen, bro, I've been gaming for a long time. Those games were being scratched. You put them in, you would take them out. What the hell is this long? You flip it over, it just has this really long smear mark all over. You're like, what the hell just happened? My brand new GTA Vice City is gone.
Well, you know what? You know what you can do? Play your GTA on Xbox then. Oh wait, you can't.
You can play GTA on Xbox.
Which
they had it for
one?
Vice City. They had Vice City for your Xbox.
I don't remember if Vice City. Oh yeah, they did. It came out later. It came
Oh,
out
it came out
later.
like 6 months later, right?
It came out.
Yeah, it was later.
Yeah,
Okay.
it came out later.
Yeah, they had that embargo.
I'm going to get back on my Grand Theft Auto on Xbox One. Side note, because I see they just dropped some new DLC that looks pretty dope, and I can't wait to play it.
The new DLC is supposed to be like amazing right now for the GTA. I don't play GTA, but
I ain't even finished the story mode yet.
me neither. I haven't beat the game yet. I've had that game for 4 years. I have not beat it yet.
The story mode is actually pretty sad at the end, bro.
Oh yeah, what?
Well,
Everybody
it depends,
dies.
It depends
right?
what you
Something
choose,
like
though. It depends what you choose.
Yeah,
Hey.
but it doesn't end well.
Let me just say this though.
Okay, we're gonna change the subject right now. Because
Let me just cap it off with
You
this.
wanna
We
hear
want
that?
to talk about incredibly sad games. Cyberpunk 2077 is out here robbing people. That game is such a con.
You
bro.
know the refunds now, right?
I got my refund already.
Oh,
What's
good.
wrong with it?
It's terrible.
Bro, it's terrible. Like
It's
bugs, glitches.
There's
it's not
glitches
smooth.
and bugs
Frame rate
all over that
drops.
game.
It's they sold something that they were not advertising. That's the main
see,
problem I have.
The thing is, they did a bad job with promotion. Well, not promoting. They did a terrible job of marketing that game. You
Yeah.
have to remember that everything that they were marketing on that game when they were advertising it was all directly related to next gen shit. They were not talking about current gen. So all the bugs are primarily coming on current gen consoles for the most part. A lot of the bugs, because the game is too powerful. They can't handle all this old shit. You need the new shit in order to do it. So that because of that, they're actually talking about delaying the release of Halo Infinite, because everybody's saying, well, what if we get the same problem with Halo Infinite?
You know, so
Look, the issue I have is I play games like Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Play smooth. I play a game like Ghost of Tsushima. Huge game.
I want
Play
that
smooth.
game.
I put on Cyberpunk, and the very first mission, a van driving in front of me, all the doors open up, and nobody's in the van. And the guy in the driver's seat is saying, "Yo, shoot him, take him out." And I'm like, nobody's driving this van, and there are no shooters. What is happening? And then I keep playing the game like, you know what? I'm not going to get caught in that trap where you get so deep into a game that you can't. So I just said, fund it. I'm going to buy it when I get an upgraded console. Because this game is trash on current gen right now. It's unplayable.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not even. My next gen purchase ain't coming until next year anyway.
Yeah.
When I can be able to walk into the store and walk out with my game without a problem.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
not
want.
get robbed,
I don't do
Oh,
online.
I'm not worried about
purchases
getting
or
robbed. I'm
something
not ever
like
worried about it. Listen, bro.
I stay warm as the sun, bro.
I walk everywhere with mine. You feel me? I ain't worried about that, bro.
I hear you.
Dude, I remember when I had to walk across the street to go bring my 360, not my 360, my Xbox One back to my house. When my car broke down, I said, that ain't gonna stop me from going to the mall to get this midnight release Xbox One.
Yeah,
Yep.
you gotta call in the reinforcements.
Shoot, I sprinted across that damn street.
Y'all ain't catching me.
They said, "Oh, well, there's only one reason why he's walking home from the mall at 1:00 in the morning. He's got to have an Xbox."
Let's rob this nigga.
Yeah, right.
They said, "I can't roll. I ran and never looked back."
Hey,
You can't steal,
Banks.
but you can't catch up to.
What's up, Shake?
You know what you just remind me of? That episode of Dave Chappelle where he
Yeah,
goes,
with Whack
"Oh man,
Ronald.
yeah." He goes, "He just got paid. Let's go rob him."
Hey, there he goes, man. I'm proud of him. All right, let's go
Just
rob
rob
him.
this motherfucker. Yo, they took his show off everything. Like his show is on nothing right now.
You know why? Because they already have a nice little deal between Chappelle and Netflix. They already got a nice little deal. So he's
Yeah.
like, I'm not getting paid off Chappelle's show, so take that off. And they're like, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Wow.
That show wouldn't have fully start. Yes, it was.
Excuse me.
All right, real quick.
Yeah.
Chargers versus Raiders Thursday night football game.
Raiders.
Raiders.
Raiders by 10.
Chargers.
Chargers, yeah.
And I will say this has big, huge playoff implications as far as the Raiders are concerned, considering the fact they are on the bubble right now, with the Miami Dolphins sitting at 8-5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Right.
the Raiders because it's a must win for them, man. They gotta win this game. If they don't, then they're done. So,
All right.
yeah, go with the Raiders.
Yeah.
And by the way, next week I'm gonna do my top 5. This weekend we're gonna do the top 5. I'm gonna do it a little differently. We're all gonna pick. Everybody has Nintendo, Sega. We're gonna pick your favorite console, whatever game console it is, and you rattle off your top 5 from that console. So if your favorite console is Sega Genesis, you pick up your favorite top 5 from that particular console.
Oh, I already know.
Yeah, me too. That's a layup.
Yeah.
All right.
all right, final thoughts before we close this out.
Man,
I guess I'm the new guy. I appreciate you guys letting me on. It was very fun, very interesting. Never did something like this before. I'll be the NBA guy. I'll be the Stephen A. Smith.
I appreciate you coming through, Greg.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're welcome to come back anytime, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
I'm not much of a basketball guy. So
I'm a basketball
That's good.
head, so
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I hear you. I'll just say, as always, appreciate the opportunity to come on, express how I feel about all the pressing issues of the day. And as always, man, stay safe.
Thanks.
So yeah, man, you guys already know what it is for me, man. The same old, same old. I want to take the time out to recognize our special guest who came for stopping by. Greg, we appreciate you coming by. Like I said, anytime you want to stop by the podcast, all you got to do is just send me a message. You're more than welcome to come by. For anybody else that would love to stop by the podcast, just send the void message or reply on YouTube, whatever. We can get you on the show. We'll definitely get you on the show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys contact us or follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Don't forget to stop by Havoc's channel. No passes given. Also, make sure you guys take the time out to follow him on Twitter as well. And
That goes up to you, Greg.
All right, brother.
As always, guys, just continue to stay safe. Be careful out there, and we'll see you guys. Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah. So,
Peace.
Obviously, yeah. I didn't even get to get my little outro out.
Oh, my bad.
My final thoughts. Again, another great show. Appreciate you coming on, Greg. Great to have a little bit of insight as far as the Philadelphia Eagles are concerned, considering the fact y'all have this old quarterback controversy thing going on with Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz. It's going to be interesting to see exactly who's going to end up winning this horrible race of the NFC East. I'm still pulling for the Eagles. That was my prediction. But for the people at home, appreciate everybody that came through. Also, be sure to check out No Passes Given. Link is in the description, along with everybody's Twitter handles in the description. We're going to go live again Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You know what it is, man. This is Not For Debate Podcast. We out.
All right.